In this video, we're going to look up domains for a list of company names in Airtable. The first thing you need to do is to create a companies table in Airtable, and then in the name field, add the names of the companies you want to look up. Then add a domain field with type URL. The next thing to do is to create a new grid view called toProcess. Add the following filters. We want name to be not empty and domain to be empty. Next, head over to Clearbit.com and sign up for a free account. There's a link to this in the blog post that goes along with this video. Then you want to go to the dashboard within Clearbit and make a note of your API key. I'm going to use this to authenticate against the Clearbit API. Back in Airtable, open the Apps dashboard. Click Add an App. Search for a data fetcher in the app marketplace. Add it to your base. Once you've installed it, you need to sign up for a free data fetcher account or sign into your existing one. Then on the home screen, click Create Request. Give your request a name like Domains for Company Names. Then leave the method as get, and we need to add the URL. So based on the Clearbit API documentation for the name to domain API, we need to add the following URL. Then click add to add a parameter, and we're going to add a parameter called name. And for the value, we want to create a reference to the name field in our companies table. So click the add button, select the companies table, and use the name field, and then click confirm. Then for the authorization, we need to add basic auth as the type. We want to use the API key from earlier as our username and leave the password blank. Then for the output table, use the companies table. For the output view, make sure you use toProcess rather than the normal grid view. And then in the advanced settings, under run on multiple records, we want to use the companies table and the toProcess view again. Lastly, toggle this option on so that if one of these companies can't be found, we still move on to the next record. Then click Run. And click Show Response on the modal that pops up. And we can see the different fields that come back from the API. So we're going to keep the first two. We're going to keep name and use the existing name field. We're going to keep domain and use the existing domain field. And then for the last one, which is the company logo, we can keep this if we want. And we can change the data type to URL and the name to logo URL. Click confirm. The request will run again for each of the records in our toProcess view. If we close the app, we can see that the domain has been added for each of the company names. Finally, click Save back in Data Fetcher. And if we want to schedule this, to run this automatically, we need to upgrade in Data Fetcher, add our API key, and then toggle this Schedule Request option on. And we can set the schedule that this should run on.